Somebody has found that in Section 1332 of the Obamacare law, there's a provision that the president can allow states that decide to opt out, as long as they create their own health care system that will provide equal affordability and equal breadth of coverage, they can do so. Now, obviously, a Democratic president, if Hillary Clinton, for instance, succeeds Barack Obama, that isn't going to happen. But if you got a Republican president, they could conceivably allow conservative states that didn't like Obamacare to waive it if they could come up with their own program that would provide an equal measure of care, but without individual or employer mandate. So, you know, as you can imagine, the opponents are scurrying around looking for Plan C, which is where we are now, and that's it.
That Section 1332 is kind of interesting. Max Ehrenfreund in the Washington Post writes that the components you were just referring to that could be waived by a future president include the individual mandate, the mandate that most companies provide employees with insurance, and provisions on what insurance must cover and who qualifies for the financial assistance to buy it. You start tinkering around with those three things, maybe in individual states, you have tinkered a great deal with, you know, the basic pillars of the Affordable Care Act. Absolutely.
And frankly, I didn't know Section 1332 existed until this article, and I suspect most people didn't, until this article came out today. But it's an indication that there are provisions in there. But what I don't know is what test a state that wanted to opt out and create its own health care system could do. Obviously, also, let's face it, if a Republican president came in and if he had a sizable enough majority in the House or the Senate, House and Senate, then he could do all kinds of things to Obamacare. But this measure is there at least through 2017 and the inauguration of a president. And even then, you have to figure that there'd be quite a battle by Democrats to preserve it if they have the ability to, to filibuster, for instance, in the Senate.